Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2021 tarot reading. Thank to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic crossbreed is always, and also pulled an Oracle card and a Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus will be as far as that goes. So let's do that now. Okay, so we have Cancer energy, which for you guys is your ninth house. Obviously, we're just wrapping up Cancer season at the time of recording this, so could be some significant events that happen during that time that are going to be carrying into this month. We have Neptune, which is actually in Pisces, which is your fifth house, romance, creativity, children. And we have 10, so 10th house, that's Leo, and obviously we'll be in Leo season for most of August, and also there's going to be a pretty significant Leo new moon, so we'll definitely keep that in mind as we go through the spread. Alright, in the main situation position, we have the Tower. So obviously this represents sudden change, sudden abrupt change. Now, for those of you who might be worried about this, I would say just maybe carry some protection stones with you this month. Maybe black tourmaline, for example, would be a good one. But yeah, aside from that, to me, this is pointing to primarily that Leo new moon, especially given that we did see the 10 come up with the dice. That Leo new moon is actually going to be square Uranus in Taurus, so that could definitely hit you guys pretty significantly, especially if you have a placement right in the middle of your sign, because it's going to be creating chaos with that aspect. But yeah, so as far as timelines go, just keep an eye out for that time. That's right around the middle of Leo season. I think around 8th, give or take a day on either side, is when that new moon is going to be. So just be mindful of those couple of days, for anything that chaotic that might happen. Let me see if anything else comes to mind with this. It can be around finances, and the reason I say that is in the Challenger obstacle position, we have Temperance, so this is actually the major arcana card for Sagittarius. So I feel like seeing these two cards come up together could just be saying be careful around doing anything risky when it comes to your finances this month, as far as investments, just in general. Try to be mindful of your spending. Doesn't have to be a long-term thing, just more so for this month, I feel. And like I said, even if you just watch out for that particular time in general, that might be a good idea. But yeah. Now, on the positive side, if you guys have been done wrong in any way when it comes to finances, seeing this come up in the Challenger position could just be saying that you might see things get worked out in your favor as far as, karmically speaking. But that might take a little bit of time. So definitely something to keep in mind with that. In the foundation position, we have the 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Knight of Wands, Sag energy, Justice, Libra energy, and 5 of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So we see the 10 and it ends at the 5, right? Now, in between that, we see the Knight of Wands, which is usually that energy of, it's Sag energy, so it could definitely be an energy of rushing in, right? Quick movement. And with the Justice card here, especially for you guys since that is your 12th house, I would just say again, definitely be mindful around any risky financial ventures this month in particular, because we do see the 5 of Pentacles ending up there. Now with the Justice card there, I feel like this is saying you might be able to recoup that money, but it might end up taking a while, possibly until Sagittarius season, for example, just from the way these cards are laying out. And I would say also this might not be a good time to discuss finances with your friends, just your groups that you deal with in general, because definitely looks like some interesting energy there in the foundation. All right, in the past position, we have the 4 of Swords, which is Libra energy, and the 3 of Swords. So I feel like this is saying in the past, you guys might have been dealing from a heartbreak, a disappointment, possibly even, trying to get back in touch with your intuition too, since again we do see the Libra energy, which is their 12th house. I think that Justice card has been popping up for you guys in the past couple of months as well, so could just be something that you've been trying to regain balance in. Could have been some struggles with that, But I will say to see the Four of Swords is definitely good energy to see, because it says that you actually were taking the time to heal from whatever the disappointment was. Let's see if anything else comes to mind with that. And it could be a relationship. So even though for you guys, Libra energy is your 12th house, could just represent relationships too. And speaking of which, that's what that Five of Pentacles could represent as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And in the present position, we have the Sun. So at least as of right now, it looks like things are going to be going well. So yeah, this is another indicator actually for me too, that I feel like this could be saying some of you, if you've already gone through the Tower, you just have to have a little bit of trust and faith that that will be resolved in your favor if you were done wrong in some way. For those of you who haven't experienced it yet, just keep an eye out for that new moon in Leo, because like I said, there's going to be some intense aspects there. But yeah, with the Sun, looks like at least as of right now, things are going well. You're on your feet, probably getting to enjoy yourselves a little bit, and could be in the spotlight in some way too. So that's another thing to be mindful of too, right? If all eyes are on you, make sure you're on the up and up during that time. All right, in the near future position, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy, Five of Wands, which is Leo energy, Ace of Swords, and Strength, Leo energy again. So we talked about it already. The 10th house came up in your dice. Going to be plenty of things going on with Leo energy, but with this representing your house communication, this Capricorn energy, I feel like it's again the same thing like I was saying. Maybe this isn't the right time to be discussing finances with people, especially if it's in your workplace, you know? So, all right, let me give you a super generic but tangible example of how this could play out. Maybe you find out that there's a new job offering, right? You're like, oh, wow, this is a pretty awesome job. I'd really like to go for it, right? And maybe you mention it to a couple of your coworkers. Oh, I saw that there's this job opening, right? And then it could be one of those things where they might try to undermine you and try to take the position too. So just a super generic way that could be playing out. But I think it's a good way to emphasize how these energies could be playing out. With that Ace of Swords, though, I feel like you guys are going to, you know, if there's anything in your environment that's a little bit shady, this Ace of Swords is definitely good energy there, where to me it says that you're going to figure it out. And then with the Strength card, I feel like this is saying you're going to actually hold back. You know, you're going to be like, okay, I see what's going on here, but you're not really going to come out and flat out express it. You know, you're just going to kind of let them play themselves, basically. That's what I'm seeing there. Definitely a very Scorpio energy in that regard. All right, the position of your influence on the situation, we had the Ten of Swords. So Gemini energy here. And for me, this says that, yeah, for a lot of you, this represents that you guys totally have the possibility to end something this month. Now, if you guys want to end that, awesome, right? We see the Tower. Obviously, we see that energy surrounding you would support that. But I feel like this is also saying for some of you, if you're not trying to end something, just be mindful that this is the energy that you guys will be bringing this month too. So that's what I'm seeing there. All right. In the environment position, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is actually Virgo energy here. Now, to me, this represents, like I was saying, if you do have some kind of financial setback this month, as long as it wasn't like the result of like reckless, careless spending on your part, right? But it was more of if someone did you wrong in some way. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles here is saying that you will receive news that that money will be coming back your way, at least in a certain way. It might take a little bit longer than you're hoping for with the Knight of Pentacles, right? That's the slowest moving knight. So, for example, maybe you receive word that, okay, that money's going to be coming back your way, but it might take the Virgo season for you to actually get it. So that's what I'm seeing there. If this is some kind of like shift in your career too, it could just be saying that you might get a new offer, but it might take a while for you to actually start it. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the High Priestess. So I feel like this is saying that, you know, you're hoping to be able to tap into your intuition to figure out which way to go to navigate these energies. Like I said, it looks a little chaotic, but at the same time, it seems a little bit simple as far as I feel like it's communicating pretty clearly that if you were done wrong in some way, just got to trust that the karma will play out in your favor. And it's also saying on the flip side, if you're the ones who are thinking about doing something that's not on the up and up, that could come to light pretty easily this month, especially with that Leo energy. 10th house for you guys, it could put a spotlight on you in some ways. So just be mindful of that too. So yeah, that's what I see there. And in the outcome position, we have the Lovers. So this is actually the major arcana card for Gemini, which is your 8th house. So yeah, like I said, if this was around some kind of investments you guys might have made and someone, tried to cheat you in some way around that, I feel like this is saying that the universe will actually be correcting that karmically speaking. Now, given that we do see the Sagittarius energy here and then the Gemini energy, could be one of those things where it could just be saying if you experience a setback, let's say during Gemini season, it might take until Sagittarius season for it to be fully resolved, but I feel like you'll at least see progress or at least hear word of these things being corrected this month. See if anything else comes to mind with this. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, I would say. Definitely with the angel symbolism in both of those cards there, though, you definitely have to trust that the universe has your back. So even if you feel like, okay, in the moment you might have been done wrong, just trust that things will work out in your favor in the long run. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords, which is Gemini energy. So again, we see the Gemini energy here. Looks like you guys just might have been reluctant to move on something, which, like I said, in a way, depending on the time of the month, that might not be a bad thing to kind of stay still for a bit, because, like we mentioned, there's a little bit of chaotic energy around. But yeah, it looks like things will be moving. So keep that in mind too. Maybe if this is something, for just a super generic example, something you've needed to address for some time, right? That could be one of those things where the tower moment could do it for you, right? So if there's like some kind of an issue that you haven't been resolving, again, just a super generic example, since we see the second house and all the pentacles and everything. Let's say you've been spending a bit recklessly, right? And you kind of know you've been spending recklessly, but for whatever reason you haven't tried to address it. Like, you know what, whatever, I'm just going to keep it going. This could be one of those things where that tower moment could be like, all right, well, we're going to have to come in, intervene here, and shift things for you. So, but again, like I said, if you guys have been on the up and up, you got to trust karmically, things will be working out in your favor, which is a good thing. All right, so moving on to your oracle card, we have Poised. There's the artwork, and the number is 48. All right, let's see what we got there. Okay, it says being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. The oracle's message: you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to, your skills are sharp, you've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So definitely an interesting message there, because like I was saying with that Ten of Swords, some of you might be the ones causing that tower moment. So maybe that's why, maybe you're already aware of a new opportunity that you have, a new path that you want to go into, and you're just going to let that crumble. But hopefully that resonated with you guys if that's the case. The relationship message says when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So pretty positive message there. I didn't get a huge relationship vibe from this, but hopefully that resonated with you guys. And the prosperity message says you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. So pretty positive message there, especially like I said, if it is some kind of financial setback with those angelic symbolisms in those cards, I feel like it's saying that things will be rectified in your favor, and even if you don't see the immediate results, it looks like you will receive some kind of word or some kind of sign that they will be worked out in your favor this month with that showing up in the environment. All right. Lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is it here. It's the Shankhavarta mudra, and the keyword for it is intuition. All right, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. Excuse me, but it says under benefits, quiets the mind, turns the attention inward, strengthens intuition, serves as a gateway to hear the wordless teachings of your own heart. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, I will put the name of it in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.